Hey traders, welcome back to another setups breakdown video. So today we don't have a lot of news. The only one we have is the unemployment claims. That one is, considered medium to high impact, but not as high as some of the major ones, NFP, CPI, interest rate. This one is still okay. If you have any position, I still think this is holdable. You can still hold through this news. Then tomorrow we got lots of PMIs, not that high impact. This week is a lot better as compared to last week. So some of the main pairs that I'm focusing on today remain on the yens, particularly pound yen and euro yen. Then I'm also observing dollar CAD as well. Pound Aussie and euro Aussie, they are not the best setup, but I will still break them down in our setups breakdown today. So just put on orange color. Alright, so let's talk about the DXY. So DXY overall we are on a downtrend, but yesterday I said that DXY is far from our previous retest on that 104.50. We are likely to see some minor pullback, and that was exactly what the market did as well. If you look at the 2-hour chart, yesterday was a pullback day on the DXY, and that is exactly why majority of the dollar pairs are not moving. You see, that's the opening session, then we just sort of move sideways. Euro dollar yesterday was in fact a red day on the euro dollar. For me, I don't really consider that a red day. It's more like a pullback day for me. Aussie dollar not moving much as well. Alright, so you can start using these as your correlation analysis. If you look at the daily again, when price have a bullish has a bearish impulse down, we always expect some sort of slowdown after having that 1-2 big red day. Slowdown is normal. So it doesn't mean that we form a bit of rejection candle means we're going to reverse all the way back to 104.50. No. Today I suspect we might be expecting some contraction as well, as in we might not move much on the dollar pairs, considering that most of them are moving quite significantly for the past many days. Alright, so if you see GU, we have three green days in a row. Euro dollar, obviously we still got a beautiful wave up. Aussie dollar, we got that beautiful wave up as well. So won't be surprised to really see some pullback on some of these major pairs. So we'll talk about it further in the pairs that we trade. JPYX yesterday formed a massive bearish doji candle. Some of you call it a hammer, but for me it doesn't really matter. Alright, as long as price is still holding above the 755, I think we are going to see the next wave up on the JPYX. What I really want to see is price to actually pull back into this support zone around 755, then push back up. Alright, then whether can we break that 200 EMA, that's not our prediction. That's out of our prediction, right? So JPYX, I'm still bullish on this because we've been being correct for a lot of days, and I actually love the way that price had that 1, 2, 3 green days in a row. Yesterday was a massive pullback day, what we call an indecision day, because of that massive tail, right? When we have a massive tail, just understand it can mean that maybe price is really rejecting some of these minor level like 758, and it starts reversing. But for me, the way I look at it is just we are still being a little indecisive, or that could be just a big pullback. Then today we might look to tag that yesterday's low before we start pumping up. Yesterday's low was right around 755.6, which is here. So today I suspect we might be seeing a tag on that yesterday's low. We might tap the yesterday's low, we start pushing higher, and that sort of confluence with some of the setups or the yen setups that I want to talk about right now. So let's look at pound yen. This has been my best pair for this entire week. If you look at 20 and 21st, I had multiple winners on GJ, total about 11R. Overall, I'm still looking to short this. If all of you remember, yesterday when price was right here, when it broke under this low, if you go back to Telegram, I said that I am personally not looking to chase it. I would much prefer to see a deep pullback. So let me just look for the chat for all of you. Just give me a second. All right, so if you look at this one, if you look at our group chat yesterday, I say just some follow up on both pound yen and euro yen. I probably won't get involved until I see a deeper pullback, considering both yesterday's and today have been a big heavy sell. Don't really want to chase into the low as nothing fits into my system, and that's exactly what the market did as well. We pulled back really deep. We had to fake out. Yesterday's low was at 184.48. I closed out my position 184.68, and that was when we had a low of the day. We start reversing all the way up. Why is the market reversing? Is because first thing, I closed my position because price has shown a double bottom rejection. If you look at the 5-minute, if you see this one, 1 2, we have a double bottom rejection at that low. That's why I decided to close my position. Second thing is, when price is forming some heavy sell-off, and a lot of times when everything feels so clean, that is normally when you have to be aware what the market is really doing. What is it really trying to do? Is it going to be just so clean, just push all the way down? You see, price tested this 184.69, reversed, and right now we're sitting right at the 20 and 50 EMA. Are we going to reject this level and start reversing back down? I am not so sure. The only thing I can say is, based on the current price action, it seems like we are accepting this area. It doesn't look bearish at all to me. Yesterday, one of the level that I wanted to short, I even posted it into our Telegram channel, was that 185.88. But right now, look at the way how price is sitting right at that 185.88. It's telling me that maybe we're not really dropping. Maybe we're really accepting this level, or perhaps we're looking for a higher level retest. So when you start picturing all these different scenarios, what is the next key level that price is likely to get attracted into, get sucked into, and then before it starts reversing, which is here. Do we have a higher level? This is the only one. And that was the origin of this entire heavy sell as well. And if you look to the left, it matches as well. So if I want to go short, I would much prefer to wait for price to come back to 186.60 level and see, are we going to see some sort of reaction. So please pay attention to this. If price really does pull back deeper, I would like to see price goes back to 186.60. And from there, I will start looking for some possible sell, entry, stop loss, especially stop loss wise. As long as you have about 25 pip, I think it should be okay. As long as your stop loss cover the high of this area, of this August high, and also this 20th of November high, which was last week. I think it was Friday. So as long as Monday or Friday, I'm not sure, as long as it covers both of these high, I think it should be fine. All right, what I want to see is still price goes back to the Monday's high. If it does go back to the Monday's high, remember Monday we had a heavy sell day, we got it open, then we start dropping. That was when I traded the flag down, right? If we do go back to Monday's high, I would love to enter right around there, because that would give me the optimal price position, best price position, best risk reward, easier stop loss placement. The target is massive. All right, so again, pound yen, if you're looking to trade, for me, I would much prefer to just sit on hands and wait for price to go back to 186.60 or 63. Second pair, euro yen. I am still extremely bearish on euro yen, but yesterday it was technically the same thing as what I just showed you all in the screenshot. I want to see euro yen pull back deeper. If it does pull back into 162.32, I still want to go short. Why? It's because the 4-hour EMAs are sloping down. We have that beautiful cross. If it does go back there, reject, high chance we're turning into a short-term to mid-term downtrend. All right, still waiting for the pullback into 162.35. Then yeah, from there I'll start looking for possible short. Third pair of the day is actually dollar CAD. So dollar CAD, I've talked about possible sell right around that 137.33. Some of you shorted even higher at 137.45. Overall, it is a little bit slow because we got three or four of you holding dollar CAD swings for multiple days. I still think this will go down, considering the fact that we're forming a potential rollover. When price is forming a rollover like this, right, especially when this rollover is mainly contributed from the high time frame, because if you dumb down to 1 hour, you can't really see it. All right, you can only see this when you're looking at the daily. We have the key level rejection, 1 2 triple top rejection. 4 hour, we got a beautiful high, failure to revisit that 138.83, another lower high at 137.57, another lower high at 137.27. Then right now we're forming another sort of minor structural break on the lower time frames. If you look at the 1 hour, you can actually see that price is attempting to hold under this intermediate structure right around at 137.05. If we are able to see price continue, again, don't be confused by a bit of choppiness. Look at the structure. Where's our structure? First one, 137.50, 137.05, 136.67. So if price is able to continue to hold under this 137.05, very high chance it will turn out to be a massive rollover to the downside. And I think the potential is massive. That's the main reason why I called this setup into the group. I think it was on Monday. It was a Monday. Some of you took it on Monday. Yesterday, still holding throughout the news, and right now still holding. For me, I will be looking for dollar CAD short, but probably not right now, because I'm one of my biggest concern is price spike up then go back down. If you've been shorting around 137.33 or 137.40 above, your price position is pretty safe. There's no reason for you to be worried, especially yesterday's news were in all of your direction, were all of your favor as well. We'll just have to see if price is able to hold under 137.05. Then if it drops, if it finally breaks that 137.70, those who shorted above, some of you can look for potential scale in under 136.68. For any of you like me, I wasn't able to participate on that because I was trading pound yen. Okay, all of you remember. Then I'll be waiting for a break under 136.70. If I short it right now, price position is bad. Alright, so yeah, dollar CAD, one of the good setup as well. A little bit slow, but again, I'm not trying to guarantee you something, but normally a rollover will take a much longer digestion period, as in it needs a longer time for it to develop, for the pattern to develop. Once it starts dropping, that's when you can start seeing clean move like this, considering if we are correct. If we are correct about dollar CAD, we are just waiting for that range to be broken. Then we'll start seeing the expansion into the market, the flush of sellers into the market. You just have to be a little bit more patient. Hopefully your swap fees doesn't consume too much of your P&L. Alright, so we'll see how it goes. Should be playing out if we are correct within these 2 days, because we already consolidated for 2-3 days. Expect momentum to finally come in. So pound yen, euro yen, dollar CAD. Pound yen and dollar CAD are two of my favorite pairs. Dollar yen I will just put on an orange mark. It's not as high quality. Pound Aussie and Euro Aussie, I'll say Pound Aussie, I'm not interested in this one. Euro Aussie, I still believe that we will break down. Yesterday I had a 2-hour trade on Euro Aussie as well. I still think this is very likely to squeeze under that 166.46, but for now, perhaps it's a little bit too slow. Then you can potentially just avoid this pair temporarily. All right, temporarily just avoid this one. If we really start seeing a heavy sell, then you can join. Otherwise, I think yeah, it's really fine. It's fine to even remove this from your watch list as well. Focus on pound yen, dollar CAD, euro yen. All right, so these are 3 main pairs that I'm looking to trade, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.